Have you ever wondered what secrets lie hidden in the vast, untouched wilderness of Alaska? We're talking about a land so immense and remote that entire regions have never been seen by human eyes. It's a place where legends are born and where the line between myth and reality can become incredibly blurred. Today, we're rediving deep into one of the most chilling and perplexing stories to come out of the last frontier, a story about a drone, an icy lake, and a sighting that could change everything we thought we knew about the world. This isn't just another Bigfoot story. This is the tale of a piece of footage that has been described as some of the most compelling evidence ever captured, and the mysterious circumstances surrounding its disappearance. Get ready, because we're heading to the far north, to a place where something truly massive was caught on camera, walking across a frozen lake before vanishing forever, along with the very drone that filmed it. Our story begins with a man named David, a seasoned wilderness guide and avid drone photographer based in a remote part of Alaska. For years, David had used his high-end drone to capture stunning aerial shots of the Alaskan landscape, soaring eagles, migrating caribou, and vast frozen tundras. He knew the land like the back of his hand, but even he wasn't prepared for what he would encounter on one fateful winter afternoon. It was late in the season, and the temperatures were dropping fast. David was out testing a new long-range battery for his drone, hoping to get some shots of a particularly remote, unnamed lake surrounded by dense old-growth forest. The lake was frozen solid, a vast expanse of white ice stretching for miles. As he piloted his drone high above the tree line, something caught his eye. Down on the ice, far from any known trail or human settlement, a figure was moving. At first, he thought it might be a moose or a large bear, but as he maneuvered the drone closer, his heart began to pound in his chest. This was no animal he had ever seen. The figure was bipedal, walking upright with a long, powerful stride. It was huge, covered in dark fur, and its movements were deliberate and surprisingly graceful as it crossed the treacherous ice. Its arms swung with a distinctly human-like rhythm, yet its sheer size was something else entirely. It was, for lack of a better word, a giant. David watched, mesmerized and terrified, as the creature made its way across the lake. He zoomed in as much as he could, the drone's camera struggling against the distance and the biting wind. The image was grainy, but the details were unmistakable. Broad shoulders, a conical head, and a powerful, muscular build. He was filming Bigfoot. There was no other explanation. The creature was heading towards the dense forest on the other side of the lake, a wilderness so thick and inhospitable that no person would venture there in the dead of winter. He knew he was capturing something monumental. This wasn't a blurry photo or a shaky handheld video. This was clear, high-definition aerial footage of a legendary cryptid in its natural, isolated habitat. He tracked the figure for several minutes as it neared the far shore. Just as the creature was about to step off the ice and into the tree line, David's screen flickered. A warning message flashed, signal lost. Then the feed went black. panic set in. He tried to re-establish connection, toggling the controls, but it was no use. The drone was gone. It had a return-to-home function that should have activated automatically upon signal loss, but the drone never came back. It was as if it had simply vanished from the sky. The last known GPS coordinates placed it somewhere over the dense, dark woods where the creature had disappeared. David was devastated. He had just captured the holy grail of cryptid evidence, only to lose the drone and the footage it held. For days he wrestled with what to do. He told a few close friends who were skeptical but knew David wasn't one to make up stories. They were stunned by the conviction in his voice. He described the creature's gait, its immense size, and the chilling feeling of watching something so powerful and so utterly out of place. The story could have ended there, a frustrating tale of lost evidence. But this is where it gets even stranger. A few weeks later, a partial data file was recovered from the drone's cloud backup service. The automatic upload had been interrupted when the signal was lost, but a few corrupted fragments of the video had made it through. A tech-savvy friend of David's worked tirelessly to piece together what little they had. What they recovered was just a few seconds of heavily pixelated, low-resolution video, but it was enough. The clip, though brief and distorted, showed a massive, dark, bipedal figure walking across a white, flat expanse. It was exactly as David had described. The gait was fluid and powerful, unlike a human in a suit. The scale was immense when compared to the distant trees. Though blurry, the footage sent shivers down the spines of everyone who saw it. It was a tantalizing glimpse of what the full, high-definition video must have shown. This tiny fragment of footage, often referred to online as the Alaskan Lake Walker clip, briefly caused a stir in online cryptozoology forums. But without the full context and without the high-resolution source file, many dismissed it. Skeptics claimed it was a person in a winter suit, a digital fake, or simply a misidentified animal. But for those who believed, it was a piece of a much larger, more incredible puzzle. So, what happened to the drone? And what was the creature it filmed? There are several theories. The most straightforward explanation is that the drone suffered a catastrophic battery failure due to the extreme cold, causing it to crash in the remote wilderness, never to be found. The extreme Alaskan environment can be brutal on electronics, and this is a very real possibility. But other, more speculative theories have emerged. Some believe the creature itself may have had something to do with the drone's disappearance. Could a creature of that apparent intelligence and size be aware of being watched? Is it possible it emitted some kind of signal or frequency that interfered with the drone's electronics? This sounds like science fiction, but in a world where we're discussing a potential 9-foot-tall ape-man, perhaps we shouldn't be so quick to dismiss the unusual. Another theory points to a more human element. Could the location have been near a secret military installation or a private research area? Perhaps the drone flew into restricted airspace and its signal was deliberately jammed. In this scenario, the Bigfoot sighting was purely coincidental. The drone was taken down for security reasons, and its loss just happened to coincide with the incredible sighting. It would be a cruel twist of fate, but it's a plausible explanation for the sudden signal loss. The most chilling theory, however, is that the drone was intentionally brought down by the creature itself. Imagine a creature so intelligent and so protective of its isolation that it could recognize the drone as a threat, or at least an intrusion. Could it have thrown something at the drone, or was its disappearance more paranormal? Some legends describe these beings as having supernatural abilities, of being guardians of the forest who can appear and disappear at will. Did the drone and its operator simply get too close to a secret that nature or something else wants to keep hidden? Whatever the truth may be, the full, clear footage remains lost, likely buried under feet of snow in the vast Alaskan wilderness. David has since moved from the area, reportedly reluctant to speak further about the incident. The experience left him shaken, feeling as though he had peeked behind a curtain he was never meant to look behind. The Alaskan lake walker story serves as a powerful reminder of how much of our world remains a mystery. In an age of satellites and constant connectivity, we like to think we have mapped and understood every corner of the globe. But stories like this, from the deep, dark, and cold places of the world, tell us otherwise. They suggest that there are still giants in the earth, living just beyond the edge of our understanding, in places we are not meant to go. What do you think happened? Was it a simple case of equipment failure at the worst possible moment? A government cover-up? Or did a legendary creature actively protect its own privacy? The mystery of the drone that captured Bigfoot and disappeared forever continues to haunt and fascinate all who hear it. It's a modern legend, a digital ghost story for the 21st century. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the Alaskan unknown. If you have any theories of your own, please share them in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think. And if you enjoy exploring life's greatest mysteries, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. We'll see you in the next video. Stay curious.